but that's the question I'm asking today, is how nice could we get the rides on these vans? I've always said it, Action Van Suspension and Weldtec improves the ride of these vans, but how much better can you get it if you go with progressive leaves, maybe king shocks? But then when you do that, it adds so much to the price. So let's go ahead and pick up the speed again. I think we're on a smoother section right now. Yeah, not too bad. There you go, never mind. But yeah, there you go. Lifted van in the wild. Always fun to spot them. Leave it in the comments section. Are you running stock leaf springs on a lift block, or are you running progressive rear leaves on your lift kit? And if you're running the blocks, what year is your van? How many miles do you have on it? And how is it looking? Mine is a straight line. The arc is gone. So you still got your arc? Are you straight line, or are your leaf springs starting to frown? All right, today's topic, I'm going to discuss Ford Econoline E-Series van lift kits and ride quality. I want to start this video off giving a shout out to my buddy Chris, Econo Expedition. He gave me his rims. He upgraded to 17s and 35-inch tires. So these are factory 16s, and I just put my existing 33s on them. And then I spruced up the front end. So my van's looking good in 2026. My van is mall crawler clean right now. Cleaned it yesterday, and of course, it's going to rain. It's always like that, right? So I figure, perfect time to do this demo. Go ahead and just get my van dirty since it's gonna rain. I'm making multiple videos here. The other one that I haven't uploaded yet is about my dad's Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. Smoothest riding truck ever. Best suspension ever. And that kind of set the bar to what a suspension can be for me. So let's go ahead and go down this crappy road. This road is rough. And then you're gonna hear, there you go, starting already. And to be fair, I'm going to show you guys a video of my dad's truck going down this road and how much quieter it is. So let's go ahead and put the speed up to 15. That's what I did with his truck. And you can hear it. So when I show you guys the other segment, the question I'm gonna ask is, how much nicer can you get the ride? See, I even have to slow down, it sounds so bad. The question I'm going to ask is, how much nicer can we get the ride? I'll be going down this same road in my 1992 Geo Tracker. It's stock. And I'll go down this road in my 1999 Ford Econoline E-350. That has a lift kit and Fox shocks. Okay, let's go down this road. It's horrible. Washboard road. So windows are rolled up right now. There, you could see the steering wheel jiggling from the washboard. So this is windows rolled up. There you go. So, or windows rolled down, so let's go ahead and roll the windows up. And then once I drive down this road in my tracker and my van, you'll see how bad this road is. But yeah, this truck has always impressed me. Smoothest riding truck ever. Here's my no build. Very simple, messy. I've been camping a lot since November. This is my second van build, and I've had this channel for 13 years. And I've been watching van videos for 13 years, and what I've noticed is the more people have in their van, the worse it sounds inside. Even on freeway, it sounds horrible. So I wanted to keep my no build interior minimal to minimize the rattling. But that's the question I'm asking today, is how nice could we get the rides on these vans? I've always said it, Action van suspension and Weldtec improves the ride of these vans, but how much better can you get it? But ride quality improved a lot, I'm guessing, because everything in this thing was 20 years old. So, you know, new shocks, new coil springs, so that probably made the ride a lot better. I'm happy with it. The ride did improve. I can't tell the difference between this and the Action van. They feel about the same. I've always said it. Action van suspension and Weldtec improves the ride of these vans, but how much better can you get it if you go with progressive leaves, maybe king shocks? But then when you do that, it adds so much to the price. So let's go ahead and pick up the speed again. I think we're on a smoother section right now. Yeah, not too bad. There you go. Never mind. So yeah, there you go. So let's go around, find the smoother part. You know what, let's just go on the washboard part. See? And then just to be fair, I'm gonna show you guys my dad's truck and how much nicer it sounds and how much smoother it is. So the suspension package in my dad's truck, that was a $10,000 upgrade over your standard Colorados. That was a factory upgrade, but $10,000, you get a lot for your money. All right, we're on a smooth section right now. So if you could install the lift kit yourself, it starts as low as $2,200 for an action van, but if you go all out with Weldtec, king shocks, progressive leaves, I think you're up to nearly 10 grand. But how close will it ride to a Colorado ZR2, something with a truly premium suspension? So let me know in the comment section if you got the king shocks, the progressive leaves. And you know what a good challenge is? If you are in Southern California and you're close to Proctor Valley Road, drive this road, do a demo, because that's what we want to see. We want to see proof, we want to see video. Okay, this is all washboard right here. Windows are rolled up. When I drive through this with my tracker and my van, you'll see how bad it is and hear how bad it is. But here we go, washboard. You could hear it. Here we go, let's go on. There it is. Here we go, right there. Yeah, when I drive over this with my tracker and my van, those things sound like they're gonna rattle apart. We're on the freeway, nice and quiet, great riding. So that's my challenge to you guys who have progressive leaves. How smooth can the ride get on these Ford Econoline vans? So if you got progressive leaves with king shocks, if you're close to Proctor Valley Road, drive your Econoline down that road with your progressives and kings, and let's hear if it's as rattly as my van is. And you saw the back of my van, it's a very minimal non-build, no build. So that's a challenge to you guys. My bar was set really high for the Weldtec lift kit. All the hype this lift kit gets, being advertised, being hyped up as amazing, I was expecting Colorado ZR2 levels of smoothness. Not even close. It does improve the ride over stock, I've always said it, but amazing, no. But that's what I'm asking you guys. Will the progressive leaves with the king shocks, will it bring up the ride to amazing? Do you need to put that extra money on the rear part of the suspension to pull it off? Because most of us go lift block, because both lift kits, Action Van and Weldtec, it's pricey as is. You know, if you look at your standard lift kit for normal trucks, you could get a 6-inch lift kit for like $1,000 for regular trucks. Okay, this road's really bumpy, and you're gonna hear it right now. So will progressive springs smooth this out? So where I'm in IB right now. Who lives near IB with the Weldtec lift kit with king shocks and progressives? If you make these claims about smooth, and I see it on the forums, I see it on Instagram, high claims, but you know, I want to see the receipts, because I am genuinely interested. if progressives and king shocks really smooth out the ride even more, I'm willing to do it, because I would love this van to ride like a Colorado ZR2, like a Raptor, super high end. As of now, it's hype, and I've always been honest. Yes, it is better than stock. You could feel it, and it is nice, but amazing, that's a whole different story. So IB, go through that street here in IB, or go to Proctor Valley Road. Nice truck. See, vans are big boys, man. This is a big boy truck right here. Lift kit hype. I'm always gonna give you guys lift kit hype. These lifted vans are monsters. I love them, and I would love to see them ride amazing. It's fun to look at stuff when the tires are off. Here's my Weldtec Designs lift kit. In March, this has been in my van for 5 years. It's funny because I'm honest about my lift kit advice, and Weldtec fanboys get really upset with my videos. I'm actually cool with Weldtec, I'm cool with Jeremy, I'm cool with his staff, but man, Weldtec fanboys get mad at me. The irony is, I see videos titled Weldtec Designs Best Lift Kit Ever, and then a year later, the van's for sale. If it's the best lift kit ever, if you love your van, why is your van for sale? This is not a fad for me. This is my second van build. My first van was on an Action Van suspension lift kit. This is on a Weldtec. Even if my channel got big, I'm not selling this to get a Sprinter. I'm still gonna drive this van. Like, if I had 1 million subscribers and I was making $10,000 a month, I'd still drive this van. I just do stuff like upgrade these springs sooner than later. Look at these springs. They're flat. In fact, it looks like it's gonna frown soon. Arc is totally gone. Gotta figure out how I wanna address this, but there it is. My Weldtec Designs lift kit has been in my van. Yep, lifting block like most of us. I'm not trying to upset anyone, so don't get upset with me, okay? My first lifted van, like I said, was on an Action Van suspension. It had the Bilstein 5100 shocks. So when I picked this van up, this is my second lifted van build with the Weldtec Designs. My first impression was it feels about the same as Action Van. I don't feel a significant difference. So I was thinking to myself, what if I got king shocks instead? Will I feel an improvement with the king shocks? Like, will it ride nicer with the king shocks? My buddy Johnny Walker, Texas Ranger, he has the Deaver progressive springs, and he told me 100% progressive springs are worth it. Like, he says the stock Econoline and just F-Series leaf springs are trash. They ride like trash. So of course you got the upgraded suspension up front, but you got the trash back. So will king shocks improve this without the progressive leaves? How about king shocks with the progressives? Will it feel a lot better? It better. So that's the thing. Progressive leaf springs aren't cheap. King shocks aren't cheap. So I would hope that price difference, it better ride a lot better if you're putting $2 to $3 grand extra into it, along with the front end lift kit. So yeah, these are just the blocks. So yeah, let me know what you think. King shocks, just king shocks, would that feel a little better? Or do you need to go king shocks and progressives? Because that's a lot of money, man. So yeah, it better ride a lot better with all that money you put into it.
So in the back of here, I had Deaver Springs in Santa Ana built me the leaf springs. And I'll tell you what, that was a godsend. The stock leaf springs are horrible in a van. They're horrible in an F-Series truck too. They're really thick. You'll bounce down the freeway unless you have a big load in it.
So you are an advocate for rear leaves versus the blocks. There you go, guys. See, we got a guy with custom rears.
Yeah.
To achieve the lift, it's custom springs versus the lift block.
There's no lift blocks.
There you go. I know some lift kits make trucks ride worse. The nice bonus of the two main lift kits for these Ford Econoline vans is they both do improve the ride. So that's nice. The question is, how much more can it be improved? Like I said, king shocks, all four corners, or do I need to go king shocks, all four corners, and progressive springs, which is very expensive because I could just do an add-a-leaf, get a little arc back and a little lift back and be done with it and just keep the same ride I already have. It's not like it's horrible or anything. In fact, there's a video for later, but I've driven a Freightliner NV, or is it a MV, the medium duty one? That rides like total trash. So as soon as I drove that thing, I told myself, man, lifted vans are the biggest things that still ride nice. So yeah, this ain't, you know, a luxury sedan, but still rides nice for what it is. John drives anything.